And for me to check a thing. Thing checked. Welcome, all you +2 comedy modifiers, back to the stream. Welcome to the Not Pron Riddle. This is it. This is level 79. This is the final level we are doing. And we plan to do it using nothing but my mind, this yellow notebook, and your help in the comments and in the chat. We did it. We're here at level 79. We got a full hour to figure this level out, and there's a lot of twisting pathways here. So we're starting over from the beginning of this level. We found out there's a bunch of stuff. This is a bit of a choose-your-own adventure. So let's get everyone up to speed on what we have going on so far. If you check the page source here, typos are no mistakes. That's something we need to pay attention for. So be on the lookout for typos this entire time. You wanted a story in the game? Here it is. It's a rainy day around 11 p.m. You're outside. Why? But there's no place to hide from the rain. Well, because you're outside. Except for one tree. You wonder what the hell you were thinking about. What the hell you were thinking by going out this late of night. Then you hear someone call. Psh! I have something for you. 2 pills. The T should be capitalized. A red one and a blue one. Let me actually make note of that. In the notebook here. 2 pills. Or did 2 should be 2. Should be a capitalized 2 because it's the end of a sentence. All right. Immediately you have deja vu. A long time ago you played Riddle 14 in a game called Not Pron, where the Matrix was one of the clues. You're curious about this strange thing. You're curious about this strange thing wins you... What? Hey, what's up, Jeff? This sentence doesn't make any sense, right? You're curious about this strange thing wins from your fear. Wins from your fear, and you take a pill. You're curious about this strange thing wins from your fear. I have no idea what that could mean. I'm making a note of wins, because that seems odd. Do you take the red pill or the blue pill? Now, last time we took the red pill. I'm curious what happens when you take the blue pill. So, blue. Don't save it. The story continues. You took the blue pill, and now you're on a long journey. Have you chosen wisely? You feel weak. Let me actually pull up scrap paper here. OBS is not what I want. I want Open Office. Or just WordPad. Alright, so things that we found was weird was 2 should be 2 with a capital. And now we have you feel weak, but that's days of the week. So week should be week. Let's make this a little bit bigger so it's easier for everybody to see. Scratch paper away. You feel weak, dizzy, and you black out. When you wake up again, you're in an empty room. Suddenly, someone enters it, dragging a slave with him. He looks angry and shouts at you. You took the blue pill? You tell me what to do with him. Okay. You see the look on the face of the slave, filled with fear. When you look at his master, you get afraid. Afraid is spelled wrong. Should be afraid. You get afraid yourself. It's clear that when you let the slave live, the master will kill you. But you feel sorry for the slave. It looks like he has to make a decision because the master is losing his patience. That's loosing. His patience. You know from the old Romans used to have a system for this. Thumbs up, let the slave live. Thumbs down, kill the slave. Now, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I actually remember being told that thumbs up actually meant kill him because you were jamming the thumb into the brain. And thumbs down meant don't kill him. But I don't know. I never really believed that. So, Mr. Stormer, you're here to play. Thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you think? As I check the page source on this, just to be sure. But I'll let you make this decision. Unless you take too long, and then I will make a decision. Thumbs down from Mr. Stormer. Nothing in the page source. Thumb down. What? Arrow? Blotchy thing. Arrow. And the arrows I can click on. This is push and this is pull. Alright. Let's view the page source on this. Alright, cool. We got some stuff. The master thanks you and takes a knife. You have to look away. He really kills him. Way to go, Jeff. At least it wasn't you. When it's done, the master asks you to join him for dinner. There's only one problem. There's a block in the way of the wine cellar. You should remove it so you can drink to your health. There's a block in the way of the wine cellar. You should remove it so you can drink to your health. A very well-known habit in this country. I don't know what country this is. Now, there's two ways of removing the block. You can push it, but push it real good, or you can pull it. Pushing it will cause it to roll out of the way. Pulling it would be like a gun, pulling the trigger. Interesting. Little late, Jeff. Little late on that comment there. Luckily, you don't have a gun because you feel the urge to aim it at a certain spot of the master. Well, do you push it or do you pull the block out of the way? I mean, I'm going to take an opportunity to sing and say push it. Push it real good. Push it. Push it real good. The thing that I find interesting is there is a Google search here. So that it does sound like we were supposed to be searching something about this. But Jeff says pull, so we're pulling it. We're going kind of by Dungeons and Dragon rules, where it's like, he said it, it happens. All right, pull. The site says I equals II. Well, I don't know what the frig that means. Now, what you've missed, Jeff, in a previous level, we took another path and we took the red pill, and we hit a dead end. But there was something about Roman numerals in that one. But II equals II makes very little sense. So I'm going to try 2 and 2. 2. 2. Doesn't work. Okay. I'm going to push it instead. Etta Ned and Magro was here. What? Let's go ahead and Google this. No. Wait, 2 and 2 with the capital was one of the typos. That is true. That's interesting to think about. Let's keep that in our brains as we move forward here. Let's just do. And hold on. 1 second. Because something... No. Anne Marga was here. It says Etta Ned, Marga was here. Ed and Ned, Marga was here. Does this anagram to anagram? Let's get rid of what's here for a minute. A-N-A. Yeah, this anagram's the anagram, right? So, what can I make out of Ed and Ned? Probably something that starts with a D. Deed? Ned? Or Den? D-Den? I'm just trying. There's 2 E's. There's 3 E's and 3 D's and an N. There's an anagram generator. Anagram. E-E-E. D-D-D. N. Let's make this a little bigger. Doesn't have to be names, just words. What? Common dictionary. Boom. D-den. Dead end. But dead is spelled wrong. So that's another typo. Let's add that to our list of typos here. Dead or deed was dead. Interesting. This is an interesting one. So let's try it. Deed. I'll spell it wrong first. End. Dead end. Save. That's correct, but I'm afraid you missed a clue earlier. Okay. We're getting somewhere here, because this is what we got till when we took the path of the red pill. All right, I'm gonna draw in my notebook here a branching story, just so we know where we've been. So we got the blue pill and we got the red pill. Blue took us to thumbs up and thumbs down. We went to thumbs down. From there, we got push and pull. And push led us to an ending. End. So, let's go through this methodically. Let's go back, and let's go back again. Let's do a thumbs up. Which is what Jeff wanted to do the whole time. Thumbs up. There's no S. Thumb up. This is the blue pill path, right? So yeah. Blue. Don't save that one. All right. So we get to a door. Oh yeah, and thumbs up. And let's see where this takes us. We have a door here. Interesting. That's called Last Chance. Concerning. Let's go ahead and view the page source. I haven't been looking at the names of the images. I'm worried about that now. Where's the page source? View page source. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. This picture's called Die. You had seen this coming. As soon as you decide to let the slave live, his master turns on you. He frees the slave and comes now, walking towards you with the chains. Again, he starts shouting, I want to kill. You get one last chance. Then he points to the door where the slave is now standing guard. Get past this door and you're free to go, he shouts. You decide to take a chance. Hurry. Get there. I don't see any typos. All right. Turn this down in case... I have a strong screamer fear. Uh-oh. Username. All right. The site says... Username. Star blank finger. Star blank finger. Password. News blank script. Hey, it's a cool guy. Or, I'm sorry, it's a cold guy. Well, you know what's cooler than cool? Cold guy. All right. Star blank finger. News blank script. Maybe like a before and after type thing? Like what could follow... Newspaper, paper script, like something like that. Star Wars, Warfinger. Starboard, board finger. Star Lily, Lilyfinger. What could go before finger? Post? News post and postscript? That makes sense. So paper and post both make sense for the password, but we're not going to get anywhere without a username. So what could go between star and finger? Mummy? Mummy finger? Star mummy? Wars? I keep thinking of Star Wars and Finger Wars. Point? Star point? Point finger? Okay. Fish? Starfish. Fish finger. Oh! And custard. All right, I think it's fish. I think you're right. So, fish. And we're going to try... We'll try post first. Post. Fish. Paper. Point. Post. Point. Paper. None of those, guys. It's none of those. You guys want to take a look at the red pill? Or do you guys have any other guesses here? Starfish, Star Lord, Star Man, Star is born. A fish with two eyes? Because of the other level? Alright, we can give it a try. You know what you call a fish with no eyes? Alright, let's try it. Fish post. Fish. What's the other one? Paper. I like the thought process there, though. I really like the thought process there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and go back to the red pill here. Because that took us here. Alright. Let me do the split here in my little journal. We had the choice of first door or second door. Second door. Now, last time we did this, maybe it's also an SN, and maybe it's also an anagram. Possible, but the other one actually had a clue for anagram there, and this one's not. But it is following that pathway, so maybe. I'll show you. Let me show you what we've already accomplished here. So the story continues. You took the red pill, and you're now on a long journey. Have you chosen wisely? You feel weak. Again, there's that weak again. Same problem. Dizzy and you black out. When you wake up, you are in a room with an annoying dwarf in it. You took the red pill. You took the red pill. He dances around you. I like to do voices. When you tell him to stop, he doesn't listen. He's almost like your little brother, whose living purpose seems to be to annoy you. His only living purpose seems to be annoying you. Yeah, that's right. You tried the same tactic as your brother. After the shouting and the threatening part, you just completely ignore it. That was the right way because the dwarf explodes in anger, leaving two doors behind. On the first door, you see a head facing towards you. On the second door, you see one facing away from you. What way now? First or second door? We chose the second door when we did this last week. Oops, there's his faces. The idea of taking the second door was something. Again, we only took one path last week. Or like only living porpoise. Fish. The reason we thought like that head is going, so you want to go where it's going, not where it's running from. So that was our logic last time. Okay, you're being way too loud, phone. Passing by the first door could either be a smart move or a dumb move. When you access the Great Hall, the first thing you notice is a bright light coming from the ceiling. Could be the way out. When you come closer, you also see a dark hole in the ground. It smells. You count 63 snakes on the bottom and hissing sounds say, well, that sounds promising. Which way do you go? So we, of course, went down. Again, there's a weird Google thing. Interesting. We went down, and then we found this. Half of x is v, half of ix is what, half of xi is what. How many letters is it? It could be 63. I will go back and check in a moment. I like how you're thinking. In any case, what we figured out was this wasn't a mathematical equation. It wasn't asking for half of 10 is 5. It's the top half of an x makes a v. So half of ix is iv, half of xi is vi. That got us here. So we found the end of that path as well. So second door we took snakes. And that led to an end. And then there's also, what would you call this? The ceiling? Or the light. We'll take the light path. Time to play Count the Letters, kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. I counted, Jeff. I'm doing the work myself. In any case, not 63. That makes sense. So, that leaves us with the other path, which is the light path here, through the roof. And I get this, and I have no idea. 6, 5, 9, 10, 4, question mark 5. 501, 10, 999, 4, 1, question mark 11, 500. Uh, 63 and 63. Nope. It's worth a guess. I thought it could be maybe counting letters after all the letter counting we did, but like 999. Thought maybe I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue on this one. I'm going to leave this up and let you guys think about it a little bit longer, but I don't know. Yeah, I thought maybe that. I thought maybe it's an odd way of labeling something else. Letter cipher seems an interesting way to do this. We'll check it. We can always check it. Come here, scratch paper. Actually, I'll go this way so I can see the chat here. So that would be FEIJD question mark E, I believe. No, that's a 3. E? That would be the simple letter cipher for that? Don't know what that could mean. Look at the other one. Yeah, 501 doesn't really work as a letter. You could try breaking that up, but 50 is not a letter, and then you don't know what 01 would mean. So, I don't know. That doesn't seem right. It's very interesting because the first one has a repeating digit. 5 shows up twice. I was thinking that maybe it was a list of things, and then the number of letters in each thing. Like... Can't think of an example now. If I were to list the planets, like, well, first it's Mercury, so you take the number of letters in Mercury, assign that a number, and then. But there's nothing. What could we relate this to? All right, we're not going to spend too much time here because we do have another path. So let's go ahead and do the other path. Let's check that first door. Someone's screaming outside my door. All right, so we got Google again. We got the question mark and we got the exclamation point. Together they make a terabang. Let's view the page source here. Make this nice big, and it's more story time. What's the name of this image? Behind first door. It was the first thing that came into sight, the first door. So you choose it. But is the first also the right one? Well, if it's first in a line, it would be the left one. Walking along the corridor, you see a sentence. I know that I don't know anything. I know that I don't know anything. Well, that's a paradox. Also, let's bring out the scrap paper here. That is the wrong I. I should be capital I. I know that I don't know anything. Set your mind to think about the person who wrote that. What would he be? Smart or stupid? Is that what that said, Jeff? Did it say I equals I, or did it say I equals I? Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it was an arrow. Write that in the chat. I thought it was I dash caret I. And I forgot. I have now forgotten that my caps lock was on. And having saying that so much, I wonder if the joke is I. Or I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I don't know anything. So I now have to ask you guys the big question. Is this person stupid or are they smart? We got 3 people here, so we can take a vote. I'm of the impression that stupid people don't know they're stupid. If you're willing to admit that there's stuff you don't know, you're smarter than someone who thinks they know everything and doesn't. So I would say that this person, I would say that this person is smart. I'm looking at you, Mr. Stormer and Mr. Cool Guy. Cold Guy. What do you think? Is he smart? Or is he stupid? Again, I'm going to say smart based on this. I'll wait for a response while... let me Google the quote and see if that comes from somebody. Plato. I know that I know nothing. He got the quote wrong, but that just makes the quote more correct when applying to him. So, smart. Votes for smart. That will be a majority. So, we're going to say that this guy is smart, which is, of course, shown through a teal exclamation point. Smart boys. Fibonacci sequence. Or no, it's not. I actually do know. I know this puzzle. Okay. So each number in this refers to... I don't know. Should I spoil it? I'll give you guys a second to look at it. I'll give you a second to look at it because I do know how this one works. I don't want to spoil all the fun. Can you figure out this puzzle? It helps if you read it out loud. Say the digits, not the numbers. Alright, so the first question mark, I believe, is... Yeah. Actually, now I'm not sure. No. Each number refers to the number previous. So you start with 1. And then what do you see? You see 1, 1. So that gives you 11 there. Then what do you see? Well, I see 2 1s. So 2 1s. Then what do you see? Well, I see 1 2 and 1 1. So what do I see here? Well, I see 3 1s and 1 2 is actually... No. Yeah, I see 3 1s and 1 2. But that doesn't make sense for what's after that. 3 1s, 2 2s, and 1 1. Oh, so is it, because at first it's 1 1, then it's 1 2, and then 2 1s. That would get me 3 1s, 2 2s, 1 1. Perfect. I got it. So then after that, it is 1 1, 1 3, 1 3, 2 1s, 3 2s, 1 1. It's a fun one. All right, so that leads to a dead end. So we take the first door and we get smart and stupid. And smart leads to an end. Maybe it's... Let's take a look at how stupid they are. That's correct, but I'm afraid you missed a clue earlier. I've dropped my map. There's my map. Maybe it's stupid. No, it's another sequence I don't understand. Uh, 43 plus 9 is 52. 52 plus 9 is 61. 61 plus 52 would be... 113. 113 plus 174. Does that equal to 3, 7, 8? Yes, yes, yes. We're adding the numbers together. It's making sense. So I'm just gonna get a calculator. I'd like the calculator. 174 plus 287 equals 461. Boom, boom, boom. Just dancing. So stupid also leads to an end. All right. So ways we don't know how to go. We don't know how to take the second path and get through the light passage. We don't know how to go through the blue pill, thumbs down, and then pull the thing. We don't know how to do the blue pill and do thumbs up and get through the door. Where are we headed, kids? What are we interested in doing? We did this. We know both ways in the first door. Let's go through the second door, I guess. Let's go through this. I mean, it's on the way. And let's look at this light puzzle. Yeah, because now we're kind of in a groove here. So it's -1 plus 4 plus 1 minus 6. Says it requires Google. Well, you didn't need Google for the other one. Like for the snake passage, we figured it out without, like it didn't require us learning information. So it might imply that this one does require us to Google something. 6, 5, 9, 10, 4. 6, 5. 6, 6, 5. 6, 9. 9, 10. 6 plus 9 is 11, or 6 minus 5 is 1. No, that doesn't make any sense. 5 plus 9 is 14.
Hello, Moto.
Jeff Stromer's calling. Hello. Hey, Jeff. What's going on? Okay, should I put you on speaker? All right, I'm going to put you on speaker. Hold on a sec. All right, Jeff, you're on speaker. What do you think's going on?
So I got thoughts about the misspelled words.
Yes, I got the misspelled words here.
So the first one is 2.
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe that relates to every option we face is an A or B option.
Right.
So I'm wondering if maybe that means we should be taking that second option. Then we have, I think, 2 more misspelled words, which are weak and loose, maybe? What was it? How many other misspelled words do we have?
We have weak. We have afraid. We have lose. We have dead. And we
have 4 misspelled words.
Yes, and we have an uncapitalized I.
Okay. An I does not equal I.
Yeah, I need to go back to that puzzle and look at that one.
I'm just messing with you at this point.
Okay, gotcha.
So that I'm wondering how, I'm almost wondering if maybe the misspelled word might be part of the because everything is a password. So I'm wondering if they might relate to the passwords.
My current theory is we need to travel down all the paths, and once we go down all the paths, we'll find all the misspellings, and then all the misspellings will lead to something.
That makes sense.
Because if let's just look at the misspelled letters right now. There's the T that should have been capitalized, the E that should have been an A. Here, I'm going to write all the things that are wrong first. So there's the T, there's the E, there's the extra F, there's the extra O, there's the E that should have been an A, and then there's the I. So we have tons of vowels, and whenever it comes to these puzzles, I love seeing lots of vowels because you can make words with vowels.
And we did have a clue that said anagram.
We did have the one clue that says anagram, but so far every password puzzle has been its own separate thing.
Okay.
So if we take out the T and the I, because those are capitalization, not spelling issues, we have E-F-O-E. So maybe we should just go through again and see if we can find more misspellings. But that being said, so far every path has ended on move 4. You take a pill, you do a thing, and then it ends.
Yeah.
The thumbs up root of the blue pill thumbs up, letting the slave live. That one comes to just, there's not a choice. It's just one door. And
that's three things, right? We get the pill, the slave, pill, the thumbs up.
Yeah, there's
the door.
The thumbs. All right, so pill leads to thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up leads to a door. There should be one more puzzle beyond the door before a dead end.
Right.
But we haven't gotten through there yet.
Okay. That tells me that might be the ultimate path.
Yeah, I think that's where we're headed. But that was the one... I forget what the puzzle was for that. I think that was the puzzle that was like... star blank... what is it?
Star blank post.
No. Star blank finger.
Right.
And then news blank something. Crap.
Script, I think, was the other one.
Yes, script. So we're looking at that one. Cold Guy's giving me some ideas now. He notes that it says, what does it say? IXXIX, which is not a Roman numeral. That doesn't actually make sense mathematically as a Roman numeral. Maybe it's upside down. No, it still doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's two words. Maybe the letters we're collecting are two words that start with D and I.
Ah, that is an L. What's L in Roman numerals? 1,000?
M is 1,000. L is 100, maybe.
No, that would have to be 500 then. I think it's 500. If M is 1,000, because C is 100. Okay. Cold Guy figured it out. All right, I'm gonna look back at this puzzle. How much of a drive do you got left?
Probably like 10, 15 minutes. So like I will hop back in the Twitch. I'll hop back on Twitch. I've been listening to it on Bluetooth, and if I have more thoughts, I'll just put them in the chat.
All right, sounds good.
I'm in the city now, so I have a lot more light.
Perfect. Thanks for calling in to the Not Pron channel.
Of course.
All right, Jeff. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
See. That was Jeff Stormer of the Party of One podcast. Where's Jesse? We need Jesse on this team. So we're running out of time. This may not be the final episode. I was so pumped to say this was the final episode, and now we're lost here. So we do have two interesting numbers now. We have 63 and we have 529. So let's try both of those. 63. Don't know how that works in that sequence. 529. Where did you get 57? Was that the number of this? Okay. It should be noted that is hiss spelled wrong several times, so maybe those are misspellings. And 63, because that was the number of snakes. Nothing. Okay. I'm gonna write this down in my yellow notebook. But the sequence is 6. This is a good puzzle. 6, 5, 9, 10, 4, blank, 5. And the password is 501K That's a 401k. 10 999 4 1 blank 11 500. That's a weird one. So we'll pass on this for now. Yeah, I don't know. We go back. We got to do the blue pill. And then we got to do thumbs up. And there's not a space or an S. Star blank finger, news blank script, newspaper, paper script, news reporter, reporter script, news post, postscript. Thumbs down took us on another path that we had already completed. I'll let you take a look at it if you missed it. Thumbs down took us here. Oh no, we didn't complete this actually. So, well, forgot that S. Led to this, and basically he lets the slave go. I'll pull up the story. We need to look for misspellings anyway. All right, so the master thanks you and takes a knife. You have to look away. He really kills him, so he kills the slave. Come back. There we go. At least it wasn't you. When it is done, great. The master asks you to join him for dinner. There's only one problem. There's a block in the way of the wine cellar. You should remove it so you can drink to your health. A very well-known habit in this country. So that's kind of a clue to what country we're in. Maybe we're in France. Now there are two ways of removing the block. You can push it or pull it. Pushing it will cause it to roll out of the way. Pulling it would be like a gun, pulling the trigger. Luckily, you don't have a gun because you feel the urge to aim it at the certain spot of the master. Basically, I'd shoot the guy who killed the slaves. Well, do you push it or do you pull the block out of the way? Now, if you push it, we get this anagram that says dead end. But dead is in fact spelled wrong. Or is it? Was I just an idiot? Yeah, I for some reason thought it was all E's, but there's an A in there. Alright, let me remove that from our list. I'm just an idiot. Dead end, of course, leads to a dead end. But then we had this thing, and this is the thing Jeff brought up earlier. It simply just says I to I to I. Don't know what that could possibly mean. If you have a thought, cold guy, love to hear it. That does make a lot of sense, doesn't it? Nope. We're pulling trigger. Whoop. Well, we're in the pull option here. So pull, rock. You're just trying to solve it like it's a text adventure. You're eaten by a grue. We're going to go late today. We're going to go at least 15 minutes over today. I don't. I really don't. I meant to write down the other puzzle just so I can have it in my peripherals. when I think about it. It was star finger. I'll be honest. I think that's fish. Fish makes a fish finger and a starfish. And then we have news and script. But I will say post makes a lot of sense there too. Eye for an eye, eye to eye. Both I'd are typos. Got myself a notion. You wrote eye to eye, I had to do it. This one makes the least sense out of all the puzzles we've seen. Because this one's not clearly stating... It only has one thing. So it's not clearly stating, like, this is the password, this is the username. Print? Where are you getting print? I got rid of this E. Yeah, that just spells... That's faux, right? It's faux. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Not a bad idea. Eye to eye. And I tried writing just eye and it doesn't do anything. 2 2. Two. Newsprint. Where are you getting newsprint from? Oh, print. Oh, newsprint. Print script. That's not bad. What if this is just Roman numerals? We're going back to the other puzzle. What? Oh, I put the S there. And let me just double check this in the page source one more time here. There is... Last Chance is the only one I can go to. Okay, there's nothing else on this page to click. So we'll try fish and print. No. Point was the other idea, right? Star point, point finger. Print. Now, I made the assumption that it was a before and after. It might not be. But I don't know what else it could be. The before and after just makes the most sense to me. Is there a way I can get from star to finger that makes sense? Dot, dot, question mark, dot, dot is suspicious as well, instead of it just being a question mark. News report, news reporter, news stand, news anchor, news network, fake news. Starlight. Star. Scream. Star. Try something crazy. Let's just go all the way back to the beginning. Just change this to foe, because that is the word I can spell so far. No, that's nothing. Okay. Star ring? Or do you mean starring? Alright, let's try it. Quiet phone! I got a voicemail. That's probably about my car. Thumbs up. Ring script. Ring Ripsy. Oh! Ring post. Ring post. You know, I haven't been writing down these passwords. Ring post. Just for the record, fish is a better answer. But ring post. All right. Thumbs up. End. So this is what we're working with so far. So, I can barely see this now. If we take the blue path, you go thumbs up and get the ending. If you go to the blue path and go thumbs down, and then you push the rock, we get an ending. If we go thumbs down and pull the rock, we don't know where we're going yet. That's the question here. Meanwhile, on the red path, if we take the first door and we think that they're smart, we get an ending, or stupid, we get an ending. If we take the second door and go in the snakes, we get an ending. Or if we go into light, we have no idea. So we have almost solved all of the paths. There's 2 paths we still have to finish. And if they follow the same patterns, we're at the end of them. So it is just this weird number one that we got to get done. And whatever the hell I to I means. Eye level? Because they are eye to eye? It's so stupid it might be right. Thumb down. Eye level. Not eye level. Well, this is not the final episode of the Not Pron Riddle. We will be back next week as we are on the cusp of finally defeating this monster. Not really, but it's just the part where we're going to stop playing because we got yelled at by the community. But we're almost there, at the end of the road. So join me next week. We do this every Thursday at 4 p.m.-ish. And when we finish this, I have found our replacement for this show. It'll be something similar, but elsewhere. So this show will continue, just we'll be solving something else. So be sure to check out Plus 2 Comedy Gaming, where I'll be uploading all of these. But they will, and if you need to catch up, they're all up now, but once it's solved, they will all be deleted as per the requests of the Not Pron community. So head on over to Plus 2 Gaming, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this on Plus 2 Comedy Gaming and you have an idea for one of these puzzles that we can't seem to solve, leave it in the comments. I do check before we go live, and we will try whatever you guys come up with. So thank you so much for joining us. And, of course, join us on Twitch next week. It is Plus 2, the number 2 comedy on Twitch. And I will see you all next time.